everyone, it's Paige Royal of Pure Vita Performance, your cycling, nutrition, and mindset coach and coach to the Pure Vita Mavericks. And I'm coming to you today to talk about rocking your ride, your body, and your mind this off season. So I want you to imagine for a second what it would be like starting your season off and just crushing those hills. You take that first ride, you go up that hill, and it's like nothing. Or you come in from your first ride of the season and you have tons of energy and you don't feel wasted and you didn't bonk. In fact, it's quite the opposite. You feel like you could do more. I want you to think about being so far ahead of your goals in terms of strength and speed that you're at an all new time high. I want you to think what it would be like to know how to eat like an athlete so that you have endless amounts of energy and you can recover faster from rides. And the last one I really want you to think about, and I know that this was big for me, is what would it be like if you could say no to your vices like chocolate, chips, sweets and candies, and that kind of stuff. So no more emotional eating and no more cravings. You'll have the tools to know how to beat those. So why is this important? If you want to rock your season, this upcoming cycling season, then what you need to do is you have to start looking at your cycling and exercising those cycling specific muscles, but not only exercising those cycling specific muscles, but also cross training them. And then you also need to have a look at your nutrition, because at the end of the day, we all know that there's this 80-20 rule. And so 80-20 rule shows up in it can show up in any area of your life. It's how I live mine. And so it becomes important because it's 80% nutrition and 20% exercise to be able to get to where you want to be and where you want to feel in your body, and on the bike in terms of energy. It's kind of like if you can clean up how you eat, it's like free speed, seriously. So the challenging part about all of this is that in the wintertime, it's really easy to go home and just flake out on the couch. It's really hard to find the motivation. And sometimes it requires some accountability, which you may not have a support system for that. And then, you just have no goals. Like you might not have any goals set or anything like that. So what I am coming to you with is my rock your ride body and mind. And essentially what that is it's getting you on your bike once a week and then getting you cross training another day of the week. And whatever else you have in your exercise routine. And so how we're going to do that is we're actually going to ride virtually. So it's an online program where I'm your coach and I will be there with you live and I will be coaching a ride with you. The other items that are with it is my nutrition kickstart guide. So that is essentially how to eat like an athlete. It's focusing on an anti-inflammatory way of eating. And I like to not use the word diet because it's more of a lifestyle and it's something that is sustainable, because if it's not sustainable, then why would you do it, right? The other things in this program is going to be like daily doses of motivation and inspiration. There's going to be tons of recipes. You'll get a recipe booklet with all of my favorite recipes. There might be some new additions to your fridge and your freezer and your pantry, but I promise you that they're all easy because I'm big into one pot meals. And I'm really into all in the preparation, and making batches of things. What else is being offered in this program? We're going to have weekly self-care challenges, which is going to be really amazing. It's going to make you feel so good by doing those. I'm so excited to offer those. And we're going to have our own private Facebook group so that you can, I'm in there 24/7. You can ask me any questions that you want. And I'll be there for inspiration and motivation. The other thing is there's a few bonuses. So what we're going to do is we're going to have a meal planner log. So you're going to be able to map out what your week is going to look like. And then we're going to have some fun little stuff with that as well. You're going to have a workout schedule. So you're going to actually plan in what your workout schedule is going to be that week. So whether you do yoga or you do some strength training, and then you're going to work in our virtual ride. And then if you want to do the snowshoeing with me, then you can do that. And if you're not local to me, that's totally cool. The snowshoeing is a bonus. So what you can do is just get out in your area where you live. And I'm going to have a grocery list log as well, because I don't know what's in your cupboard. So I thought, why not have you guys go through the grocery list that I have in my recipes, and then you can make your own based on what you have in your cupboards already. So what you're going to need for this is you're going to need your bike. You're going to need a trainer or a set of rollers, or you could even do this possibly at your gym if you can get onto their Wi-Fi on a spin bike. You're going to need snowshoes if you're local to me, or a pair of running shoes if you're a runner or anything like that, so that you can incorporate what that cross training is going to be for you. You need a good internet connection, and you need Facebook access. So if you're not on Facebook, it's really important that you get on there. You can go under an alias, so you can get into the group. And I need you to bring your awesome self. So I know what you could be thinking right now, and you could be thinking, not sure about this group thing, or is this going to be competitive, or I'm not sure what her philosophy is on nutrition and whether those recipes are going to be easy or hard, or what is this mindset thing that she's going on about? So I wanted to just break those down a little bit for you. So the group program is amazing because it's women lifting other women up. And I am totally into this. I love making other people or helping other people feel good about themselves. And when we start exercising by cycling or snowshoeing and running and all that kind of thing, that elevates our mood. And then when we start eating well, it elevates it even more. And then when we start working on that mindset, this is things like negative self-talk, and it's self-sabotage that happens. And it happens, and I know that it happens because, to tell you a little bit about my story, is that I used to weigh over 200 pounds. I used to be super unfit. I used to party a ton. And I'm far away from that now. But I had to learn how to eat. But the first thing that happened was I fell in love with cycling. And then that was the catalyst for everything that happened. I learned how to eat, and then it still wasn't working because I was looking in the mirror at myself and I was saying terrible, terrible things to myself, like things that I can still hardly repeat. They were so bad, and curse words, and just, I'm sure you can think of some, because I think there's not many people out there that haven't gone through that at one point or another. And it's something that you have to work on consistently. You have to have consistent practices of speaking nicely to yourself, speaking the way you would want to speak to your best friend or your lover, whatever, you want to speak to yourself that way because you're listening, right? And this goes into the cycling aspect of things, because when we get on a bike, we think, I think you could be thinking, oh, this might be too competitive. But I'm here to tell you that there's no numbers, there's no racing beside someone or anything like that. Heck, you don't even have to leave your house. You don't have to go out in the cold, the rain, the winter, the snow, whatever it is like where you are. You get to do this in your house with your trainer and your bike, with me motivating you on the other end. And so there's no competitiveness with this whatsoever, and it's something that I'm really strive for in my group, is that you're competing with yourself. So when I tell you on a perceived rate of exertion level, it's up to you to dial that in, right? So I want you to push, I want you to work hard, because what's the point if you don't? And I think you will, but it's really up to you, and it's about you. The other thing about is my philosophy on nutrition is that I'm all about sustainability. So I eat everything. I mean, there's some things that I don't like, but I am a meat eater, but I do eat predominantly vegetarian. So there will be a lot of vegetarian recipes in here to support that. And there'll be some other ones where they're kind of sort of interchangeable. So you could do tofu or chicken or beef or anything like that. But the important thing is teaching you what causes inflammation and what is anti-inflammatory, and what's anti-inflammatory is what we're going to focus on for this. So it's going to be a really awesome time. I just can't wait to see who's going to join me and rocket your ride, your body and your mind. And if you have any questions at all, I would love for you to email me or just contact me through however you're seeing this video by responding. I'm happy to answer them. And I just can't wait to rock this with you this season and have you guys all set up so that you know exactly what you're doing when it comes to cycling, nutrition, and getting that mindset right so that it supports it all. So I hope you have an amazing day, and I can't wait to see you in here. Okay, talk to you later. Bye.